I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. The nation's first comprehensive university-based medical nexus is likely coming to Palm Coast. Palm Coast City Council unanimously voted in favor of a resolution supporting the project. That resolution urges Governor Ron DeSantis, the legislature, and the University System's Board of Governors to lend their support to the project as well. The public-private partnership between the University of North Florida, Advent Health, Flagler Schools, and Daytona State College would seek to educate and train nurses and other medical staff. It's a project that's getting strong support from neighboring governments too, including Flagler County, the cities of Bunnell and Flagler Beach, the Flagler County School District, and the towns of Marineland and Beverly Beach. The UNF facility would be in town center. Mayor Melissa Holland called it amazing to see the coming together for a project she says will be transformative for the entire community.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office is asking for help for 5 children who were removed from a real-life house of horrors in Bunnell on Halloween. Tony Magoo has more.
The oldest daughter of 5 children called the abuse hotline stating she was thinking of taking her life and living in an abusive, deplorable home. With me is Brittany Kershaw, Public Affairs Manager of the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Brittany, what did your deputies do when they got to the home?
They contacted the Department of Children and Families, and they removed all 5 siblings from the home.
5 kids between the ages of 6 and 14 were removed from that home in Bunnell. Both parents, Dennis and Betty Allen, were arrested on 5 counts each of child neglect. The Sheriff's Office received an outpouring of support from the community and a strong desire to help these kids. Brittany, who is accepting donations on their behalf?
The Community Baptist Church in Bunnell on Old Dixie Highway is accepting donations Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. until noon.
Those wishing to donate financially, you can mail or drop off a check to the church made out to Community Baptist Church with Allen Children written in the memo line. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
An Ohio man is being sought after authorities say he falsely billed a Flagler County employer thousands of dollars for hours he never worked. John Arking reports.
Labor Finders, a staffing agency, contacted the Flagler County Sheriff's Office in June regarding potential fraudulent activity by a former employee. 28-year-old Corey Neal Hall was placed by Labor Finders at Delfino's at the Club at Hammock Beach Resort. But restaurant management discovered 49 out of 70 timesheets he submitted had been signed off on using inconsistent signatures by restaurant staff for a total of $10,887 in fake labor charges. Authorities say they were unable to locate Hall throughout the entirety of the investigation until they eventually got a Flagler County judge to sign an arrest warrant for Hall on 1 count of uttering a forged instrument and 1 count of grand theft. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
This is a guy that thought he didn't have to work and could actually be paid for it. Detectives obtained a warrant from Judge Perkins, charging him with theft of more than $10,000. We believe he is currently in Ohio, and I'm recommending that he turn himself in because we will find him and we will extradite him back to Florida to face these charges.
Anyone with information on Hall is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-277-TIPS. You can remain anonymous and may be eligible for a reward up to $5,000. Crime Stoppers again, 1-888-277-TIPS. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
We all learned how to wash our hands when we were kids, or did we?
Sue Reese with the Flagler County Health Department says soap and water is the second best thing to keeping hepatitis A at bay.
Old-fashioned soap and water, the vigorous movement of your hands with the soap, with the water flushing it away, will flush the virus off of your hands, then making it less likely to be transmitted to the next person.
Reese said the best way to clean your hands is with bleach because it kills everything. But
we all can't be walking around with bleach in our pockets and start squirting our hands and making our, clothes tie-dye.
Reese also said hand sanitizers do not kill hepatitis A germs. To listen to the entire interview, download the Flagler radio app and go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.